Hi, welcome back to Just an Everyday Fan. A couple of things before we get started. First of all, you're going to hear a lot of noise, so it is terribly windy here today. So if you hear the roar of the wind, Mother Nature, I can't do anything about that. And then the second thing is, I just want to take a moment and send my prayers and my thoughts out to all those that were in Hurricane Melissa path and continue to be in her path. Thoughts and prayers go out to everyone and their families. Now, as we know, the WNBA has offered an extension of 30 days to the players. What we do know is October 1st, the WNBA sent over a proposal to the players. The players did not answer that proposal until this week, 26 days later, and it was a no. So they sat on it for 26 days. Now, to me, who's coming to the table? It seems like the WNBA is coming to the table. It seems like the players have developed this inflated ego, like this is our time, we're going to get everything we want, and we're not going to play your game. I don't want to see that happen. I don't think any of the fans want to see that happen. I think all the fans can agree that the players need more money. The team caps need to be higher. There should be a certain amount of revenue share. The players themselves, if they're selling their image on a jersey number, should get 50% of the sales of merchandise. Now, as far as the revenue share and as far as maybe the TV deals, the media deals and rights, I think maybe that should be a lower amount. So the girls want to get what the boys have. The NBA has a much different balance sheet than the girls have, than the WNBA has. So one's profitable, one not so much. If the WNBA, if the players want to say no to an extension and this thing walks out, it could possibly be ruining an American pastime that has been with us for decades. It can ruin everything for all the players that are being drafted next year that have worked so hard, tirelessly their entire life. It can ruin everything for all the players that are currently in the WNBA. I think what we want to see is our favorite players back out on the court. I want to see Caitlin Clark back out on the court. I want to see, and it's just not Caitlin. Yes, I came to this. My eyes were drawn to this. Caitlin Clark brought me to this league, right? Fresh eyes, fresh interest. But my interest also absorbed with other players. So Nafisa Collier and Stewie and Paige Becker and Alicia Gray, and I could just name many players on almost every single team. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston. It just doesn't stop with Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin may have brought us there, but our hearts opened up and we took other players in. Like we really, really, really like to watch other teams because certain players are on those teams. And I would urge the players to just take a beat here. Is this the hill that you really want to die on? I think the fans are behind you. Adam Silver has already agreed you need more pay. That's a done deal. The agreement, we just don't know how much. Is the Supermax going to be, is it going to be moved from $250,000 to $1 million? Maybe. But is it going to be moved from 250,000 to 50 million like the NBA get? No, you're not going to see it. So there has to be some realism. You have to be realistic here. It's not going to mirror the NBA. It can't, because the money is just not there. And when I say that these owners can take their money, pull it, shut it down, and put that into something else and make a bigger ROI, they can. They can most definitely do that. So I would hate to see this league evaporate because the Players Association and the players this go around decided they wanted an NBA match that is just not possible. So you have to be realistic in what you're asking for. And the whole idea on a CBA agreement, you're not going to get everything you want, but you can get most of what you want. You can get a little each time to make it better than the last time. It's like the corporate world. No one can go in and say, I want the sky, and get it right out of college. They have to stair-step their way up. And that's what you do. And that's the expectation. But I think at the end of the day, all the fans really want to see is the WNBA intact. Do we think that there's opportunity that the WNBA has to improve itself? Absolutely. How about transparency? How about new referees? How about training, accountability for the referees they have? And I hate to get off topic here, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least if the feds didn't move their investigation into the WNBA as well for the betting. I mean, they've already indicted 34 people in the NBA. College coaches, players, both past and present. And I think that what's there is probably in the W as well. There's a lot here to unpack. I think Caitlin Clark said it the best when she sat down in a post game and said, you know, arguably this is the most decisive time in the WNBA players' history. Like, this is the most important time where we can propel ourselves forward. But I think there's a ceiling to that propulsion. And if you want to bust the ceiling, it's not going to happen. So I would hate to see a lockout coming. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we want to see basketball. We want to see the girls doing what they do best, playing basketball. So whether that's on Project B, the WNBA, I would like to see the WNBA stay intact. I would like to see their issues be fixed, the transparency be corrected, accountability put on the referees after every game and their calls, and let everything be a learning experience. Just like the players have film and post-game, the refs need to have film and post-game. And they need to be held accountable for the calls that they did or didn't make. And the players are probably thinking, so what? We lock out, big deal. We can go to Turkey. We can go to international leagues and play ball. Project B might come in. We might get that going. And then there's Unrivaled. Well, I would like to see Unrivaled clearly because it does not conflict with the WNBA. I would like to see Unrivaled go 5v5. It would just excite me just a little bit more. The 3v3 doesn't do it for me. If it's televised, I'll watch it, but at the end of the day, I want to see basketball in its entirety. So, and I think the fans just want to see basketball. I think they want to see their favorite players. And I hope that the players say yes to the 30-day extension and they work and they come to the table quickly and they come to the table with open minds and they're able to reach agreements to elevate their pay, their benefits, some merge deals, and a portion of the revenue share. And whatever else they want. I actually think league expansion should be one of those. So I think every team should get a minimum of 2 more players. I think that the number one thing should be player safety for next year. So what that's going to look like is the WNBA is going to be held accountable for its referees. Plain and simple. For the injuries. They should have, like everyone else, they should have, so corporations are held to OSHA standards. So when there's injuries, those injuries have to be reported. I think that the report should come on the WNBA just as well. For every injury on every team, there should be certain reporting that has to be made. And someone overseeing those injuries and the amount of injuries, who's doing what, and who's getting injured. I think there needs to be a safety net that encompasses all the players, because I think that's foremost is player safety. Because when the players don't play, the money doesn't come in, the interest isn't there, the viewership falls off. I think we've seen that from this year. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.